Hello, welcome back to the 30-day sketching challenge. It's day 17. We're going to be learning how to sketch an eye. So I'm not an art teacher, obviously, I'm a DT teacher. So I can't say that this is going to be perfect. I'm sure your art teacher will have a better technique, but we're going to give it a go anyway. So I'm going to start off by drawing a teardrop shape on its side. Okay, so not an almond. We're going to do it as if this eye's sort of looking to the side. So a teardrop shape, pointy at one end. So the pointy end is going to be on the right hand side, and that's going to be the outer eye. And you can see that I'm just really lightly sketching. So I'm not pressing down on my pencil. I'm going to put this sort of curved shape on the inner eye here, and that's going to be your tear duct. So that's where your tears collect. And I'm going to draw a circle more towards the top of the eye. So you've got a little bit of space between the bottom of the eye and where the iris is. And I'm just darkening up some areas there. Okay. Now I'm just going to go around with my rubber and just rub out some of my feathery areas, because I've been trying to sketch this, and because I've not pressed down too hard on my pencil, I've created quite a feathery effect around the edge. I want this to be a bit more defined, so I'm just going to try and rub out some of those feathered edges so that I can get a single line, because we want this to be a nice, clean and accurate drawing. There we go. And now I'm just going to go around the iris. Slightly darker now, so I'm pressing down on my pencil. I've got that circle that I'm happy with, and I'm going to define that a little bit more by pressing down with my pencil. And then the eyelid, so just a bit less than a centimetre away, you want to put your eyelid in. And now I'm going to put the pupil in the centre of the iris. So your pupil's a little black dot right in the centre of your eye. And now I'm going to add some shade and some texture to the iris to make it look more realistic. So I'm just going round the edges with my pencil, adding a bit of shade around the edge. Gives it that contrast from the white of your eye. And now what I'm going to do is put in the texture of your iris. So if you ever looked in the mirror and looked at your iris, you'll see that there's this sort of lined texture around the edge. So you can see I'm just using my pencil in sort of a vertical motion, so working from the pupil to the outside edge of the iris, because that's what it looks like when you look at your eyes in the mirror. And now I'm just going to put some speckles in there as well, so pressing down a little bit harder with my pencil, putting some speckles in there, and you'll see that on the left and the right side of the iris I'm sort of doing it a bit darker, and then I'm taking out with my rubber just that top section there, because of course your eye is a sphere, so there's going to be a point at which there's a reflection, sort of a little reflection of light. So if you do that on your iris there, it's going to make it look rounder. Now just a little bit of shade at the bottom here to make it look like it's just standing off the eyeball. So your lower lid standing away from your eyeball. And just putting a little bit of shadow on the eyelid as well. Okay. So now I'm going to sharpen this pencil. We're going to do the eyelashes. So you need a sharp pencil for this. And then you're going to just start to press down when you put your pencil to the paper and then sort of flick the pencil up to make these eyelashes. And you want your eyelashes to be sort of pointing towards the inner eye on the left. Then you're changing direction here and you getting the lashes to point towards the outer eye, and they're slightly a bit longer on your outer eye as well. So to the right side you want them to be a little bit longer. Make this lash line quite full. Remember, you need a really sharp pencil for this. You won't be able to get that effect if your pencil is blunt. And now I'm going to draw in the lower lash line here. So, you know, your eyelashes aren't going to come straight out of your eyeball. There's got to be a lower lash line. And again, those lashes sort of point towards the inner eye on that side, on the left side. And then you change the direction as you come towards the outer eye. And just make sure that these are a little bit more sparse than the eyelashes on the top lash line, because you've not got as many eyelashes on the bottom. And then I'm going to put some eyelashes just at the top of the iris here, where that reflection is. It looks like the eyelashes are reflecting into the eye. I'm going to make it a little bit darker at the top as well, so that it looks like your upper lash line and your eyelashes are casting a shadow onto your iris, and that's what's essentially going to make this look realistic rather than a cartoon version of an eye. Just putting in any more texture that you want. Just solidifying any lines that you think need to be more defined. Might add a little bit more shadow to that eyelid as well. Just put a little bit more shadow onto that eyelid. Probably should have done this before and put the eyelashes on, but oh well. But there we go. Sketched an eye.